Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Here we go.
On first down, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Carr. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Running the jet sweep with Jones, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Carr completes it, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At the 21-yard line.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster.
That's it, baby.
Foster. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Kill. Turn up. Hey, Foxtrot. 94 is the mark. Hey, pick it up.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
7-yard gain.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert. Check.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 49. Alert. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Throwing now is Allen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Over the middle. Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now! 56! 180! 180, we're good, we're good! 180!
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Watch the boot, watch out. Alert flare, alert. Let's go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They run it with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Look, there he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
94 is the mark. 94.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Carr. And that is incomplete here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 49, guys. Mike, 49. So we got man.
Now a carry for Jacobs. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8, and that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And Hauschka missed it. Wide to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
Allen Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on second down. Allen, and an alley to run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Pull it high. Check, go get him, go get him. Alert. Go, go. 24 is the mark. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To the air, Allen, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Alert, alert, alert. Check, check, check. Go, go, go. 56, 56. 94 is the... Hey, high 7.
Now Allen to throw again. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw again. Allen going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Pulled in at the 24. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now it's Carson, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Middle. Shoot. Topper.
Now a give right side. It's Carson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Allen now. Going to throw again. Open man here is Foster. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's going to loft one deep left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Allen now on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Allen on first and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Alvin away and bring up second down.
On second and 10, Allen, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Carr going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Everybody scoot up, heavy, heavy. Hey, 17 George, watch 17.
On play action, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch QB drop. Look at me. Go. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check. Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now after the INT, it's Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Check. Crunch.
Stop.
From the gun, Allen. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He's checking. Crash. Half. 94 is the mic.
On first down, it's Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. This is Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike's 59. Watch the pass.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Haywood.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go.
And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
What's that? Mike 5'9". What's that?
Now Allen. It's Williams on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Tight dog, tight.
Regular.
Check 59.
Go.
Mike is 59.
They run again with Carson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Middle. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Carson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Buffalo. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it, it's Carr. And this is incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it. Yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
64, weak. Check 4, check 4. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Rabbit.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it and run, get that rack yardage so badly, he forgot to stay in bounds first.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Zoo.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Jacobs. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
185.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Slam, slam.
Hey, 734.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.